Morning all. I'm Epstein with the Morning Flash Update, and this update is for the morning as we're here now on Monday, the 29th of April, 2024, 8:25 a.m. Central Time. So, as we take a look at the markets and look for economic data, you don't get it. You get the Dallas Federal Reserve Bank at 9:30 this morning going to come out with their monthly regional manufacturing outlook. We did get some good news for Tesla. Mr. Musk flew to China, met with the vice premier, and got 2 deals done. He's now passed their security checks for data, and they are going to allow him to, and this will give him a big up there, AI driving. So that's going to kick in, and none of the others that I'm aware of there are doing this just yet. So that's a big thing. The stock was up nicely this morning on that news. We're going to get Amazon reporting this week too. So let me bring you up on the futures, all the things that will happen for both that and the financials. We go into the 2-day FOMC meeting starting tomorrow. Wednesday, we get the FOMC result, the statement, and then Fed Chair Powell talking, and I'm sure it'll be both dovish and hawkish at the same time. That's all that he can say with the data given he's got. We get the ADP Challenger Gray and then the jobless claims on Thursday, and then we kick off with the first major report of the month of May, and that's the U.S. jobs report, where they are looking for 250,000 new jobs. So that will do that. Then after that, the Fed speakers come out and we start talking and go through the whole thing with CPI, PPI, everything else. The stock market looking pretty good. There is a very serious deal on the table between Iran and Hamas. I don't call it serious. I call what Antony Blinken, our Secretary of State, calls a very generous offer, his words, not mine, by Israel. To find a way to get hostages back. It will not be the 40. I'd be surprised. It sounds more like it's going to be 20. But it would give you weeks of a ceasefire. Some of the people that are in Rafah could go back to northern Gaza. Israeli forces would pull back, not out. And maybe this leads to something longer term. So that is a good piece of news. And that is what's putting the pressure on the energy markets right now. Grain markets, well, if you're watching the news, you can see all the rain and the tornadoes hitting the Midwest, Mideast, I'm still on that. The Midwest, 100 tornadoes. So if you think climate change isn't real, this is unbelievable what's going on. You're getting a small bid in the bonds and the notes in front of the FOMC announcement. The dollar's down as well as the euro. That's unusual when they're both down together, so just keep your eye on that. Now, in the Japanese yen, these quotes aren't wrong. You went from 62.87 to 65.21, a rather dramatic move, thousands upon thousands of dollars. And that's one of those things I told you was going to happen sooner rather than later. But frankly, I think it's taken longer than even I thought. And the Bank of Japan refuses to comment as to whether they intervened or not. I've not seen these kind of moves happen without the intervention. So I believe that there was. It's a Japanese holiday. Trade conditions there are thin. Perfect time to get a bang for your dollar and then walk back on it. But again, I think it'll come, go, and the yen will still be sinking until policy changes take place and events from those changes kick in. In the metal markets, a bit of a decline. Not sure what's going on there, but copper doesn't back off. You know, we call that Dr. Copper for many reasons. There are bids going on still, and we'll see BHP is going to go after, again, Anglo American. It'll be a higher bid than the $39 billion. There'll be a number where it can't be done, but there's also a number where it can be done. So we'll find out what they're looking for. So with that, I want to remind you that I cover all this in detail. Now I start my futures at 6 in the morning Central Time. The video's out before 7 a.m. Central Time, well before that today. Then after that, at 9 o'clock, I cover the ETFs. Now, trade ideas, fundamentals, trading strategies, long-term and short-term. So we look at weekly charts for the longer-term trades and for validation on some of the daily chart action that we look at. It doesn't matter the market, we go after them all, and that's the beauty of it. We're looking at chart patterns. things that make sense. In the ETFs, I can rotate all the time the different stocks I look at, and I do that each and every week. There's a major rotation that takes place there. And we are looking for different types of events all the way through. We cover all 40 charts in the futures. We cover the same type with individual stocks in the ETF categories as well. We put it together. Each video is about 15 minutes long. It's very specific with trade ideas, stops, profit objectives, and the like. IraEpstein.com under the word research, or move your cursor to the top up here and away you go. I'm Ira. You have yourself a great trading day. I'll catch up with everyone at the end of the day with our market wrap-ups. Take care now.